Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching me from. This is your girl, Alma. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So, if you're yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. Do well to also click on the like button, comment, and then you can share the post. You understand? You can share it to everybody, anyone who needs it. So, remember, I promised my YouTube channel followers, subscribers, an extra banker of the week. So, and the banker comes from the same setting of the first banker I've actually dropped. So in this one now, we'll be proving just the second banker with all the references. So now the proof goes on this way. Remember, in week 12 I dropped this setting for people to make use of it, and it worked and it paid us. So if you've watched this video up to this end, do well to subscribe. Now let's get down to the business of the day. This is week 50. The reference is starting from week 50 Australia season. So now we go. If you remembered, I said when this 2 number is rated X, right, come to this editor step 2, take any number from here to game 16 of terrible chance 16, and it must be rated X. So when this happens, all you do is just go straight to, you can come to your page 3 of your capital compilers X jackpot 16. Once you come here, the Bob Morgan B, which I've already stated is your banker, here it brought 37, but then we are going for the second banker. So anytime this happens, right, go straight to your Bob Morton. When you come to Bob Morton, you will notice that game 11 of shortlist is going to give us a banker draw that week. Game 11 of shortlist is going to give us a banker draw. Note, this particular banker is either it is taken to the back of the page, or most times it does not, but the game 11 of shortlist gives us a banker. So now let's move down to the second week reference. So here we are in week 52, in week 51, sorry guys. So here we are in week 51, and the same thing happened here. To editor stop 2, 11 taken to terrible chance 16, and then we'll move to the second page. We'll come to the second page, we'll pick 45 from here, which is Vipers, game B of Bob Morgan of compilers Super X. So when this happens, go to your Bob Morton. You go to your Bob Morton and pick game 11 of this short list to give you a banker draw. It brought number 45. So now we go to the next week of setting, which is week 12. Alright guys, so this is week 12. If you have watched to this extent, well done. You are really great. So stick to the end to get the final video, but then this will be coming with an extra pay, but this is just for my YouTube channel people. So now when you come to week 12, you will see the setting again taken to this particular position, and 47 will be taken to game 16 of terrible chance. Now we'll go to compilers jackpot X, which is where we have our first banker, which I've already dropped, number 2 at Bob Morgan B, compilers jackpot Super X. But then we go to Bob Morton and pick the banker. The banker is, don't forget, game 11 of short list. Here we have number 4 to give us a banker draw, right? The setting actually gave an extra draws starting from this week 12, but then I will come back to it. Now if you go back to front page of capital, the setting gave us another 2 games for either 1 or 2. So now let's go to front page. So if we come to capital fully Terrible chance 16. Now you will notice that this 49 will actually be taken to this position, and that game 11 will be brought here. So two of them will either form a pair or play us two draws. In week 12 we played 4 and 49, so I don't know if it will play again this week, but do well to make use of it. So now let's go to the last setting, which is current this week 14. Thank you for sticking around up to this time. Do well to click the subscribe button and like. Thank you. So let's go. So here we are in week 14, which is the current week, 4th October 2025-2026, and the setting is here again. You will see 7 here, mark here, right? So you take this number 5 to capital terrible chance 16. Now when it happens, we go to third page of capital, and here we mark our banker, which is number 40, and then the second banker is coming from Bob Morton. We go to Bob Morton for the second banker. So when you come here in Bob Morton, kindly locate game 11 of shortlist, which here is giving us number 43. It's giving us number 43, which is Aberdeen Dundee. So I pray that it delivers. So Aberdeen Dundee is our second banker for week 14, right? But then the pair is coming from front page, so note that they will take this particular number to the front page. So when we head back to the front page, you will notice that last week, which is week 12, or even week, they took this particular number to this point, but now they are taking this up 1 to this point, bringing that 43 to be here. So it's either they play 2/2 or they play it for 1. So let's go to another proof that I have for this number 43. Okay guys, this is a second proof I have for this 43, which is coming from Mirror Pointer. So if you know the paper, well done. If you don't, fine. But then this is a backup proof to support number 43 from Bob Morton. So when you come to this paper, right, I'll just make it snappy. When you come to this paper, just scroll down to the third page. Here is the third page. So when you come to the third page of this paper, you see this particular position is usually a cannot. Starting from week 4, it failed, right? In week 5, it failed. In week 6, the banker also failed. The game also failed. In week 7, it also failed. Week 8, it failed. In week 9, it failed again. In week 10, it failed. Then in week 11, it failed. But then there's a change of setting from here. If you notice that it dropped week 48, number 48 at this point, and it failed it, right? So now the following week, that is when I noticed that the setting has changed, right? It has never repeated a digit on that particular position. Now the following week, which was week 12, 48 was here that failed, and they immediately repeated that 48. So when you come here the following week, you will notice that they immediately repeated 48, and the moment they repeated that number, that position started picking draw. So it gave us number 48 in week 12. I actually make use of it anyway. Then in week 13, so this is week 13, it brought 44, which was actually part of my game. I'm not gonna lie you, I played 44. It was 6 odd. So now the last week, which is this week 14, it's giving us number 43. It's giving us number 43. So that is what I have for the week. And then another proof I have for number 40 is actually from capital. So we'll go to capital and I'll show you another proof I have for 40.